So I wrote this book, and I think it's very timely because the leadership in both China and India has just changed, China changed a year ago, are both new and finding their way in the new world. The book is about Indian companies building business in China and Chinese companies building business in India. But it's about a much bigger issue of how the two Asian giants are going to actually collaborate commercially. The book doesn't talk about the politics. It has a background to the Indian and history of India and China, which spread over so many thousand years. But more than that, it is where we see the new Asian growth stories converging. So we talk convergence in this book. We've taken the case studies of companies building business, actual companies in both countries. We've said what are the challenges they're going to face, what are the roadmap, and it ends with a roadmap. This is the roadmap of how both companies, the country should build. We also say that if these emerging market companies win in these two markets, as they are, the ones we have portrayed, then they will become globally stronger. So that's the second message for the corporate world in general. It's very interesting because this is the time when there are two leaders in India and China who are going to have probably the highest concentration of power anyone has seen on both sides. President Xi Jinping is today one of the most powerful leaders China has seen in terms of his what he has achieved. And on the Indian side, for the first time after 35 years, India has given such a strong mandate to one man to lead the country towards, again, like China, growth, employment, and a global story. So how these two leaders who got a 2,500 mile boundary, one of the oldest relationships in the world, go to work through with a fresh mind, untainted by what has happened in the past, will actually be very interesting for Asia. And Singapore sitting in the middle, as we say in Singapore, it is a bird with two big wings, in India and China. The Indian wing was not flapping too hard in the last 2 or 3 years. Chinese wing is now slowing down. So the growth of India and China will be great for Asia with two engines, and especially for Singapore, which is seen as a hub by both. Singapore is trusted. Its systems are trusted. Its, in fact, systems are emulated in both countries. And I think this will be an amazing Asian story. We have till now seen only the East Asian story. Now we are going to start seeing the Mid-Asian stories. And that is the India-China story. So this book is very timely. We wanted to look 5-7 years ahead as we wrote this book as to where we see this relationship going. So this is a book for practitioners, this is a book for management thinkers, this is a book for think tanks, and of course more than anything else it's a book for the politicians, the political system, to look at the commercial transaction. It takes away the politics of it, which sometimes gets very noisy, and therefore we take away from a very, very underlying strong trend of business growth. Thank you.